What's going on, guys? Today I want to tell you about the ORICO ClearLink M.2 SSD enclosure. Now, the company sent me this over to check out, so let's go ahead and take a look. As far as what you're going to get with this enclosure, of course, you're going to get the enclosure itself right here. You will get a heatsink for whatever drive you decide to go ahead and install in here. There is a piece of thermal tape there as well. You're going to get your instructions, you get your mounting hardware in this bag, and then you get a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. Before we install our drive, let's take a look at the enclosure. It is clear, which I like, so you can actually, see the drive inside. It does have a single Type-C connection here. Now, this is USB 3.2 Gen 2. So you're going to get, no matter what drive you put in here, the max speed you'll get is 1,000 megabytes a second. And one thing I really like about this drive is that it is completely toolless. So you can just pop the lid off. Pretty easy to go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and install our drive. Now, if you are going to put the heatsink on your drive, it's very easy to do. So this is double-sided thermal tape. And what we're going to do, if I can get the one side off, is that you want to put the thermal tape on your drive first. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll put it right on there, as you can see. So it is on our drive, and then you want to take that second piece off. It is kind of hard, but we want to go ahead, try to get a corner. There we go. Get that second piece of film off, and then you want to put the heatsink itself on. So line it up, and then you just press it down. And when you press it down, it is going to be all together just like that. Now, what you want to do is inside the actual enclosure is your M.2 slot. So do it this way so you guys can see, but all you have to do is just press it in here and it's in, but you need to lock it in place. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these little pieces right here. So to lock the drive down so it's not sticking up like this, we take one of the included rubber pieces and we connect it on the end here. I know it's going to be hard to see, but as you can see, it's right here on the end, just like that. Make sure it's pressed down, and then you're just going to press it down and lock it in there. And once it gets fully locked in, your drive is in there. It's not going anywhere. As you can see the little rubber piece right here on the end, making sure everything is in there. And then all we have to do is just close this up right here and we are good to go. Again, it's clear so you can see your drive inside, which is nice. But again, that heatsink fits no problem. Like the lid's not gonna, there's no issues with the lid or anything. And we're ready to go ahead and plug this in. Now I have my laptop right here, and of course I have the drive ready to go. Using the included Type-C cable, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. There is a little blue activity LED that lets you know that you're getting power to the drive and that it is working and transferring files. But as you can see, it pops up, no problem. We're ready to go. And we can actually run a speed test really quickly here. Go ahead and bring this up. This is Crystal Disk Mark. It's a pretty standard, testing software for portable drives. So we'll go ahead and start that. With our testing completed, let me carefully bring the laptop up here so you guys can see our speeds here. So over 1,000 megabytes a second, both read and write on the enclosure here, which is definitely nice considering, this is a USB 3.2 Gen 2 enclosure. I really like this thing. It's super small and easy to take with me. It's definitely fast enough. So if you wanted to make it, a game drive or an editing drive, definitely fast enough for all of that. But on top of that, the drive is actually really easy to get installed and it's completely toolless. You don't need any screwdrivers or anything like that to get everything installed. So if you are looking for an M.2 SSD enclosure, this is one that I would definitely recommend.